Watch the speed of this reaction. Before you even process the heat, your nervous system analyzes the contact and pulls your hand to safety. We typically only pay attention to this outer layer when it fails, when it burns, cracks, or feels uncomfortably dry. This tissue is the body's largest living organ, performing constant biological work across every square inch of your body. Its survival function requires it to be a fortress. It must remain robust enough to keep dangerous microbes out and keep the water inside your tissue from evaporating. At the same time, this surface must be permeable enough to release excess heat and sensitive enough to transmit high-definition data about texture and pressure. Understanding how a layer only millimeters thick balances these competing requirements changes how we view every physical interaction we have with the world. In this cross-section of the skin, you can see the epidermis. This thin top layer is your first physical barrier. Zooming in, rigid cells called keratinocytes stack together, providing the structural foundation. Between these cells, a rich layer of lipids, or fats, fills the gaps. This acts like mortar in a brick wall, sealing the gaps to prevent your body's moisture from escaping. The epidermis also houses specialized cells called melanocytes, which produce a pigment called melanin. This pigment creates a biological shield that absorbs incoming ultraviolet radiation before it can reach more vulnerable cells. But this defense is limited. Intense UV exposure eventually overwhelms the melanin, causing direct damage to the cellular structure. By combining these specialized cells with lipids and pigment, the epidermis creates a sacrificial outer perimeter that protects the internal systems beneath it. Beneath that outer wall lies the dermis. This deeper layer functions as the complex engine room for the entire skin system. It contains a dense network of sensory receptors. These nerves detect pressure and pain, converting those physical stimuli into electrical signals that travel instantly to the brain. This diagram shows how the dermis manages heat. When your temperature rises, blood vessels widen to bring heat toward the surface, while sweat glands activate to cool the skin through evaporation. In cold conditions, the reaction reverses. The system constricts these vessels and pulls blood away from the surface to trap heat within your core. Beneath the dermis is the hypodermis. This fatty foundation provides the insulation and cushioning required to protect the structures underneath. These combined layers provide the sensory and thermal control systems that allow you to move through different environments safely. Look at how the skin responds to a physical breach. In this microscopic view, you can see the edges of a tear slowly pulling together and fusing back into a single layer. The body immediately reroutes blood flow and sends immune cells to the site. Chemical signals then direct specialized cells to begin weaving new tissue to close the gap. This repair cycle is continuous. Even without an injury, new cells are born deep in the epidermis and pushed toward the surface to replace the old ones you shed every day. The skin is a self-renewing biological engine, working aggressively to keep your boundary intact against the constant wear of the outside world. Your skin retains a physical record of damage over time. Because the cellular repair process isn't perfect, cumulative exposure, especially to UV light, leaves a lasting mark on the system. This diagram highlights collagen and elastin, the proteins that provide strength and elasticity. Over decades, these fibers naturally thin and fray, causing the skin to lose its structural snap. Common habits can speed up this process. Very hot water and harsh soaps can strip away the lipid mortar that keeps your skin hydrated, leading to chronic irritation. Using gentle cleansers and moisturizers helps maintain that lipid barrier, while consistent sun protection prevents the melanin shield from being overwhelmed. Your skin is the literal boundary between you and the physical world. Protecting it ensures the sensory shield you rely on stays intact.